Hi there, and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about Berger Paints, which has moved up a lot over the last 6 8 months. Can you buy the share now, or would you like to avoid? So let's understand that. Let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Berger Paints, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel. It will help you also ask me questions in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up every couple of days' time. Plus a watch list that is of 70 stocks with buying ranges, selling ranges, targets, etc. that I keep changing every week or 2 weeks, that keeps changing with respect to the market movement. For detailed market or company talk and number of stocks you are holding, then you can email me directly for a conversation. Now about Berger Paints. Established in 1923, it is the second largest paint firm here in India and provide variety of home improvement products, including paints, varnishes, etc. From 60 lakh to 6,000 crore sales they have gone to over these years, and it has pan India presence. So it has grown by leaps and bounds over the last 7 8 decades. If you look at the numbers, then the second quarter numbers have been pretty good. So the sales went up by something like 6 7%. Profit was up around 10 12%. There was low debt. So even the you can say the September numbers were very good with lower debt. High promoter and institutional holding with only 7% free float is also a very big positive. Return on equity of 21%, operating profit margin of 16%. So very very strong numbers, and a great institutional holding is a huge positive. But the stock has run up. So, what have been the reasons for the up move in the stock? Results have been outstanding. So, why I'm saying this is because there was a lot of problems with supplies. There was a lot of problem with transportation, with the localized shutdowns, with markets not doing that well in July, August, September. So things have become much better now. But between July and September, things were really not good with the illness and everything. Even then, they have come up with very decent results. Operational efficiency is being seen, so sales growth was not that great, but operationally the company did very well. Efficiently, they worked on their processes, reduced cost, and that is what investors love. uh, Seasonality factor. So the thing is, the stock moved up because everyone now believes that between October till March, over this 6 month period, we are going to have very very good, you can say, numbers from infrastructure, real estate, and say real estate ancillary, and paint comes into that section. So the paint companies may just fire on all cylinders between November till February. But the point here is whether the stock has moved up, and whether the current valuations is probably pricing in that up move. So that is what we are going to discuss further. But seasonality was one of the reasons why people bought into the stock in September and October, and even in November, and that's why the surge has taken place. Crude prices remained stable up till now, but we are seeing a little bit of spike in crude prices over the last week to 2 weeks. But before that, you have seen that oil prices have remained very subdued, and that is also a huge positive for the paint company. As I said, one more thing is that probably in 3 to 6 months' time, people believe and investors believe that things will get normalized, and there would be more sales coming in once things absolutely normalize and people are having vaccine and things like that. Although I believe personally that it is going to take even further time. I think whole of 2021 will go away, with probably 30 to 40% of the population. That would be also a big positive if 30% of the population get the vaccine by end of December. And there are other issues and you can say hurdles with the vaccine thing even after people get the vaccination done. So this is a long road ahead, but that is what the investors believe, that things will get even better by March, April or so. So all that taken into consideration, people are making or taking positions into these stocks very early. We have seen Asian Paints also go up a lot, and Berger is no different here. Expectation of surge in demand, as I explained, with the recovery over this period, in fact, between January and March, and probably till June, and then especially those long-term investors who want to invest for 3 to 5 years, find the valuations attractive because post the rainy season, post monsoon in June, July, August, or July to September next year, things will get even better. So I think October to March of say 2021 till 2022 is expected to be big for these companies. So all that taken into consideration, there is heavy buying. There could be a case where some would believe that the stock is expensive, and that is where we need to understand whether there is value left on the stock or not. What are the threats and issues currently? So, with the kind of move that has already taken place, it is not that the stock is very cheap or very, you can say, attractively priced. First thing is competition, and I still believe Asian Paints is a better bet than Berger Paints. On slight declines to around 2019-50 levels, Asian Paints is a much better bet because they are the market leader, and that company probably has 30 more than 30% market share. I don't know exactly what is the current market share scenario, but it's huge with what Asian Paints is doing. And so buying that, you would have more kind of leverage or more kind of move if you're buying for longer term. If you're buying for short term, yes, you can take trades with stop losses, but I am talking of long term investments here, and I believe that competition would take toll on Berger Paints. Crude prices are increasing, and that could have a detrimental effect on all companies in this sector, and that is why it is more important to get into companies which are more, you can say, aligned with everything, and they have more cash on books and have done extremely well in these circumstances when crude used to be 80 $100 per barrel. And that is where I like, you can say, the larger player in this section. A localized shutdown is another reason. So there could be situations with winters settling in, and with cases, you can say, up and down. There could be localized shutdowns, and the numbers could be up and down also, because right now what in my opinion prices are pricing in is that everything will be streamlined going forward till March. There could be bit difficulties. Valuations are also expensive. That's a threat. So the stock could fall under its weight also, so with the kind of move that has taken place. So be very careful investing at this point of time. And real estate is doing well on the markets. I would say on the ground there is news of bookings and everything, but things have to really pick up on the real estate front for these companies to do well. If there is another real estate slowdown, paint companies will suffer. So what needs to be done? If you're having the stock, then hold on to it. There's no problem. Hold on to it over 3 4 years. It will do very well. But if you have not bought the stock, then I would say wait for sharp declines. Decline will happen in the market. There are people talking about that stock market will not fall and this and that. In March, they were talking about whether the stock market will rise or not. So declines will happen. Buy the leader in the business in decline. So that's what I have mentioned. And look for reasonable levels. Look for a 15 20% dips and then buy into the stock and put only 5% of your total holding. So this was my video on budget paint. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.